Welcome to the channel Masters of Consciousness. This is a space where we don't look for answers outside, but allow the truth to arise from within. Today, we pause with a question that touches every human being, regardless of age, place, background, or beliefs. A simple question, yet the most important one: how to be happy. Many of us live as if happiness were a reward, something we must earn, work for, achieve, something distant, difficult, uncertain. And so we run after dreams, goals, relationships, money, recognition, believing that somewhere ahead, around the next corner, there's something that will finally make us feel good. But the truth is different. Happiness isn't at the end of the road. Happiness is the road. Or rather, it's the way you walk that road. Sometimes it's worth stopping, truly stopping, not to analyze everything, but to see how much you already have. You breathe. You are aware. You can feel. You can hear the silence behind the sounds. These are not small things. They are the foundations of existence. When you notice them, when you stop taking them for granted, space opens up. A space in which real happiness may appear not as excitement or euphoria, but as deep, quiet peace, an acceptance of what is, without struggle, without the need to control everything. To be happy, you don't need to add anything to yourself. You simply need to stop identifying with what limits you. Your story doesn't make you happy, nor do other people's opinions, future achievements, your body or your mind. Not likes, money, or experiences. Happiness isn't what happens. Happiness is the way you are with what happens. Are you fully present? Are you breathing consciously? Are you here now? Every human being carries within a natural, unshakable potential for happiness. But this potential isn't activated by gaining things. It's revealed by removing what hides it. Through simplicity, through returning, through being closer to yourself. When life stops being an escape and becomes a meeting, then you begin to realize that happiness was in you all along. It was just waiting for you to stop looking elsewhere. Being happy doesn't mean that everything goes your way. It's not a state where life stops throwing challenges at you. It's not the absence of pain or emotion or hard days. It's rather the ability to remain inwardly still, even when the winds blow outside. The capacity to not reject what is happening, and yet not drown in it either. An inner attitude that says, I don't know what will happen, but I know I'll be okay. Not because I'm strong, but because I'm true, authentic, present. Happiness isn't something you gain. It's something you recognize. You can have very little and feel fulfilled. You can have everything and feel empty. That's why so many people who've achieved success later say, it didn't make me happy. Because happiness doesn't come from the outside. It comes when you stop running away from what's within, when you stop fixing, improving, pretending, when you look at yourself and the world with acceptance. Not resignation, but acceptance. That means without tension, without internal conflict, without constantly thinking, I must be someone else. Deep down, each of us longs for one thing: to be ourselves and to be loved just as we are. But often, it's ourselves we struggle to accept the most. We chase things because we don't believe we're enough right now. But you can't be truly happy if you're at odds with yourself. If you're living in constant tension, in a role, in pretense. Happiness lives where you no longer need to prove anything, where you can take a breath and say to yourself, I am enough, now, just as I am. Maybe that sounds too simple, but simplicity is what the mind finds most difficult. The mind wants solutions, plans, strategies, but the heart, it simply feels. It knows happiness doesn't need a plan. It only needs space. Real happiness isn't a reaction to something. It's a presence that depends on nothing. You can be happy even while sad, even when life isn't perfect, because deep beneath the surface of emotion lies something calmer, quieter, truer. That place in you that is always there no matter what's happening. Try it now. Pause for a moment. Take a slow breath. Don't think. Don't analyze. Just notice that you exist, without a story, without past or future, There is only now. And in this now, nothing is missing. Everything you've been searching for is already here. It's only the mind that says it's not enough. But truth is silent. And in that silence, happiness begins. Happiness doesn't mean everything feels pleasant. It's not a state of euphoria or constant smiling. It's a deep internal yes to life as it is, even when it hurts, even when you don't understand everything. It's saying yes to this moment without needing to change it. When fear arises, you are with it. When joy appears, you let it flow. When life falls apart, you stay present, even with a breaking voice. Emotions are not the source of happiness. The source is your relationship with them, whether you fight them or embrace them. A happy person is not someone to whom everything goes well. It's someone who no longer needs to reject anything, who no longer needs to run, who no longer needs to pretend. They simply are, and that is enough. Because when you are truly yourself, even ordinary things become rich. A stranger's smile, the warmth of a cup of tea, the sound of rain on the window. These moments are full of life, and life that is happiness. You can't be happy if you live only in your head. The mind creates problems, comparisons, scenarios. But life is happening now in your body, in your breath, in contact. That's why it's worth taking a breath and asking yourself, am I here? Do I hear? Do I feel? Am I touching real life or just an image of it? And suddenly you realize you don't need to change the whole world to find peace. You just need to shift the way you look. You just need to return to yourself, to this moment. Happiness isn't about controlling everything. It's the opposite. It's about letting go, letting life flow, letting others be who they are, stopping the fight with reality, stopping the need to be right. And suddenly you feel that this inner softness, this letting go of tension, is not weakness, it's freedom. When you're not pretending, not forcing, you feel light. And that lightness, that's happiness. In a world that teaches us we must always be more, have more, achieve more, real happiness is an act of courage. Courage to say, I am enough already. Right now, I can feel peace. I don't need more to be myself. I don't have to compare, compete, or perform. I can simply be, in silence, in truth, in presence. You won't find happiness in the future, because the future doesn't exist. There is only now, and only now can you truly be alive. Only now can you say, this is enough, this is good, this is me, and I'm allowed to feel it. And suddenly happiness stops being an idea. It becomes your natural state. Being happy isn't a goal, it's a way of being. It's not something you earn step by step as if it were far away. Happiness doesn't live in the future. It lives in you, and it's waiting for you to stop looking for yourself elsewhere, in the eyes of others, in results, in comparisons, in success. All of that comes and goes, but real happiness begins when you stop in yourself and say, I'm here, I'm alive, I feel, and that's enough. Thank you for sharing this time with me, for pausing together to remember what's real. If anything you heard touched you, leave a comment. Write what happiness means to you. Share this video with someone who may need peace. Subscribe to the channel, Masters of Consciousness, if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you never miss another episode. This channel isn't about knowledge. It's about presence, about returning to what is simple, deep, and true. Because life is just that when you truly meet it. Remember, you are not what you have. You are not what you think. You are not what others say about you. You are presence, aware, feeling, alive, and that presence is already enough. Right now. See you in the next episode. Thank you for being here, and may your happiness depend on nothing except being yourself.